In today's consumer-oriented society, we need money to live. Money is required for everything from basic things like housing, clothing, and food to utilities, transportation, tuition, medical expenses, and so on. I bet you never even questioned it and naturally accepted the fact that we can't help it. That is the way it is. However, there is an advanced social format that overturns this common sense that has been imprinted on us since birth. We can shift to the new format, but sudden change of society will bring a tremendous confusion and outrage, so a transition period of about 5 years will be necessary. In a nutshell, during the transition period, each person will receive a universal basic income of $10,000 a month. I explained why this is possible in the past video, but simply put, it's because each of us, not politicians, has the power to make decisions about how money is spent. In other words, it is a self-governing society. Bills, or rather social rules, are proposed by those who feel the necessity, and each individual directly votes using an app built into their smartphone. The vast wealth of the top few percent and the rest of the world wealth will be distributed to every single person. That is the universal basic income of $10,000 a month. Meanwhile, once the transition period ends and the creative society is fully built, there will be no need for money because you will get everything you need for free. This means that the amazing technologies that have been available in the universe will finally be brought to Earth. The theory of the world of invisible energy beyond the quantum physics enables Replicator possible. We can turn waste into useful items, food, and everything. In this beyond quantum theory, all matter is decomposed to elementary particles and coiled state of energy turns into linear state and vice versa. Furthermore, health capsule or medbed will become available that keep the physical body young and healthy up to 1500 years. The energy that powers them is produced free of charge and inexhaustibly by fuel-free generators or FFGs. This dreamlike technology will only come to us after the creative society is built, a social model governed by people who have reached fifth dimensional consciousness. Let's watch the following videos to see why.
Glass of water. You know, just this could change the world back on my planet. Even just one of these synthesizer things. Why couldn't you help them? Why couldn't you share your technology? I mean, there are whole countries that barely have clean water. This could save millions of lives. It's not that simple. Why not? You could just fly there and give it to them. Why wouldn't you?
Well, for one thing, it's against the law. We're not allowed to drop advanced technology into a developing society like bestowing a gift from heaven. In fact, that's how our justice system regards it, like playing God. Trust me, it never goes well.
But how could you have something like this and just keep it for yourselves?
Each of our worlds was ready to use it responsibly by the time it was developed. It was available to everyone.
Which is the only way it could really change the world. Look, if someone had landed on Earth during our 20th or 21st centuries and had given us something like this, you know what would have happened? It wouldn't have been made available to everyone. The rich and powerful would have found a way to exploit it for financial gain. Someone would have had to benefit materially from its use. The idea of everyone benefiting equally would have been inconceivable to them.
Well, you don't know that my world would do that. It could be different. Who are you to make that judgment call?
Exactly. Who are we to decide? If we're wrong, we could mess your planet up 1,000 times worse. Technology and societal ethics have to progress hand in hand, each one supporting the other incrementally. Anything else is begging for disaster.
Free energy generators have existed since long ago, but why do these technologies remain inaccessible to humanity? An American company has been one of the first in the world to produce magnetic energy generators of up to 25 kilowatts and is already supplying power to customers. A German company produces fuel-free power plants and has branches in several countries. A Korean company has also released a working model of an electromagnetic generator with a capacity of 10 kilowatts. African technology made it possible not only to produce a free energy generator, but also to modernize a vehicle so that it could move without fuel or recharging. Fuel-free generators, FFGs, are power generators with an efficiency greater than 100%, which means they produce more energy than they consume. But the most valuable thing is that this power source generates free and environmentally friendly energy. FFGs may be installed not only in houses and on vehicles, but also on helicopters, planes, and ships. Introduction of FFG technology alone will enable humanity to discontinue using hydrocarbon fuels. Now, let's imagine that every person on the planet would have a fuel-free generator. This means that electricity would become free. We will no longer have to pay for it. But in the consumerist format of society, this would be a great disaster because it would leave millions of people jobless. Those include experts involved in power plant maintenance and gas station employees. Everyone from a director to a janitor at a gas station will lose their jobs. All firms or companies involved in power generation will lose their incomes. While that includes logistic firms, manufacturer of wires, pipes, and even all the machinery which has been necessary for the power plants. Manufacturers, suppliers, and sellers of solar panels won't be needed. Accordingly, hydropower will also be replaced with fuel-free generators, which means that all the employees and professionals who maintain dams will remain jobless. Moreover, this situation will cause a chain reaction. Those millions of people will no longer be able to buy goods and use paid services. Goods turnover as well as manufacturing plants will come to a halt. This in turn will affect billions of people who will lose their jobs and means of subsistence. This will cause a dissonance in the trade and manufacturing sectors as well as social tension, increasing the gap in society between the poor and the rich. This gap will in turn cause an increase in crime, racketeering, conflicts, confrontations, and discontent with authorities. People will take it to the streets. After all, hunger is the strongest incentive to commit illegal and inhumane acts. All this will lead to chaos. This crisis will affect all countries in general. They will begin to solve problems by force, and this will cause the death of billions of people. All in all, there is a paradox. Introduction of a simple technology that can improve people's lives will lead to a worldwide disaster. However, it is not technology that is a problem, but the state of society today. Thus, we have considered a scenario of events in the consumerist format of society. But there is also another scenario. If we change the format to a creative one, this kind of technology will be quite beneficial. In the creative society, the economy cannot become a threat to the lives of millions of people because the value of human life is a top priority and all conditions of existence are aimed at improving the quality of human life. But that's a different scenario, a choice which has yet to be made by people.
I hope these gave you an idea of what will happen if these technologies appear in our current consumer-oriented society. The same goes for health capsules. Doctors, hospitals, pharmaceutical companies, insurance companies, the entire medical system will collapse. This current consumer-oriented society, let's say our current material-centered civilization, is the third dimension. The number of people who can ascend to fifth dimensional consciousness is very limited. The fifth dimension is a world of unity. And there is no individual I that is earthly ego exists. It is a world where true self as soul is expressed. Before the new world is established, the old one must be destroyed, as you understand. The old one is the current consumer-oriented society, and that is why so many natural disasters are taking place as we enter the 12,000-year cycle of cataclysm. People who remain in the material-centered consciousness, that is the third dimensional consciousness, are unlikely to be able to transition to the fifth dimension. It is an activity to raise the awareness of as many people as possible that leads to minimize the damage caused by natural disasters and enable as many people as possible to physically transition into the fifth dimension. We need as many light workers and starseeds as possible now. Or, if you feel motivated deep within, please join the Creative Society project. We are all volunteers, so there's no compensation. However, we need your help to save humanity and the planet. This time it was from Ulupoheyao, Kailua, Hawaii.